Welcome everyone to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a genuinely fascinating piece of everyday psychology, decoding the hidden feelings of the people around us. We're going to break down the exact subconscious signals that reveal if someone genuinely likes you. It's basically like having a secret decoder ring for human behavior, showing you exactly what to look out for in your own life. So let's just dive right in.
They like me not. Man, we've all been there, right? Plucking those metaphorical daisy petals, just agonizing over it. It's such a universal struggle. You know the drill. You stay up late, staring at the ceiling, replaying these tiny blink-and-you-miss-it interactions in your head. You're trying so hard to figure out, do they really like me? Are they just being super polite? Or am I completely overthinking the whole shebang and projecting my own feelings? You can even convince yourself someone absolutely can't stand you when the reality is the exact opposite. And honestly, the mental gymnastics of trying to read someone's mind, it's exhausting. Well, we're going to take the guesswork out of it today.
Starting off with Section 1 macro signals, looking at the space between us. To really get the hang of these clues, we're going to use a kind of zoom-in approach. So let's start really broad with the physical environment. How people use space around them, which is actually a whole field of study called proxemics, is super interesting, mostly because the actions are so obvious once you know about them, but we completely miss them in the moment. Bottom line, if someone likes you, they are going to naturally try to get physically closer to you. It's just a fundamental human drive. Say you're sitting together at a coffee shop or hanging out on a couch, right? You might notice them subtly push a plate aside or move a coffee cup or a throw pillow out of the way. By doing that, they're literally subconsciously clearing the physical barriers between the two of you. Or maybe you notice they always happen to take the exact same walking route as you do at work or on campus. The truth here is pretty simple. If someone really didn't like you, you probably wouldn't see them very much. They are actively manufacturing little opportunities just to exist in your orbit.
You know, even the way someone walks near you is a huge giveaway. Let's break those dynamics down. If they intentionally walk right beside you, they are putting in real effort to match your pace. They want synchronization. They're making it super easy to chat and keep eye contact, and that is a fantastic sign of interest. But what if they're walking behind you? Well, it doesn't mean they don't care. Actually, it usually just means they're a little bit shy about walking right next to you, but they still desperately want to be near you, kind of like a timid observer. Now on the flip side, if they're constantly speed walking a few paces ahead of you, yeah, they're probably way more focused on their destination than on connecting with you at that moment.
Okay, moving right along to number 2, mid-signals, specifically posture and pointing.
So we're zooming in a little bit from the whole room down to the actual person. When you're chatting with them, check for step 1. Are they tilting their head towards you or maybe playing with their hair? Tilting the head actually exposes the neck, which is this massive subconscious sign of trust and vulnerability. And playing with hair? Classic printing behavior. But step 2 is where the real secret lies, the feet. The feet are literally the first thing to move when our brain decides it wants to go somewhere. And because they're the furthest body part from our conscious brain, we almost never think to filter what they're doing. So if their feet are pointed dead at you, their subconscious is basically screaming, I want your attention and I want to go in your direction. Finally, step 3. Hands on the hips, leaving the stomach exposed. It's a totally open posture that drops all physical defenses, meaning they feel completely comfortable around you.
Oh, and I want to clear up a very common misconception right here. You might walk into a room and notice someone suddenly sit up super straight or puff out their chest, and you immediately think, oh great, they look so rigid I'm making them totally uncomfortable. Actually, scratch that. Sitting up straight lets a person show off their strongest features. Biologically, they're trying to look a little taller, a bit healthier, more capable. They aren't on edge at all. They're just trying to look their absolute best for you. It's basically the human equivalent of a peacock fanning its feathers.
All right, on to number 3, micro signals, the face and eyes.
Okay, now we are zooming all the way into the highly classified stuff. The real beauty of subconscious signals is that they are totally involuntary. People just do not know how to control these tiny little micro-expressions. Because they happen automatically, literally in a fraction of a second, they give away exactly how a person truly feels, way before their conscious, logical brain can jump in and put a polite filter over it. They're the ultimate window into human emotion because the face just can't hide what the brain is reflexively doing.
Let's look at this wild piece of science for a second, your blinking rate. According to research cited by Psychology Today, people tend to blink way more frequently when they're anxious, stressed, or when their brain is just working overtime. Think of blinking like a tiny built-in windshield wiper for your mind. It actually serves a psychological defense purpose. Our brain momentarily cuts our visual input to block out stuff we don't like or that stresses us out. When we're nervous, our brain frantically pulls that little curtain down over and over to give itself micro breaks.
So, if we flip that logic around, what does it mean if you notice someone is blinking less when they're with you? Well, it is an absolutely massive, albeit totally subconscious, compliment. Since blinking blocks our vision, blinking less means their brain is explicitly telling their body, keep the channel open, do not miss a single millisecond of this person. The pure dopamine rush of seeing you just overrides that nervous need to blink. They are utterly captivated by you. All eyes are literally on you.
And that brings us to one of my absolute favorite microsignals ever. Think about what your face does when you're genuinely thrilled to see someone. Everything goes up, specifically the eyebrows. In behavioral science, this is famously called the eyebrow flash. It's an involuntary thing where the eyes open wider to let in more light, signaling pure joy and recognition. And the best part, it completely crosses all language and cultural barriers. Now, if they don't do it, don't panic. It happens in a split second and you can easily miss it. But if they do consistently greet you with a warm smile and that quick little eyebrow raise, that is a rock-solid, unfiltered sign of genuine attraction.
Finally, wrapping up with Section 4, the takeaway. Loving yourself.
Let's zoom all the way back out for a second. Guessing other people's true feelings? It's always going to be a bit of a roller coaster. And you'll probably always have moments where you wonder if you're just overthinking it. Rejection sensitivity is incredibly real. But the single most crucial thing you can take away from this explainer today is this. Whether someone ends up liking you or not is never, ever a reflection of your inherent value. Getting that external validation from a subtle head tilt or a quick eyebrow flash, sure, it feels amazing. But self-worth and truly loving yourself, that will always, always be the most important foundation you can build.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. As we went through all of this, the moving coffee cups, the pointing feet, the reduced blinking, and those lightning-fast eyebrow flashes, did a specific face pop into your head? Do you have anyone in mind right now? Next time you see them,